Mystery solved. Jewish World War I digger found in Fremel's. Back on track. Renewed hope for Israel-US relations. And Pesach payday. Keeping kosher made easier thanks to the weak US dollar. Welcome to JNTV for Friday, March 19. I'm Lexi Landsman. A family mystery finally solved. After more than 90 years, the Mendelssohn family now know where their ancestor fell on one of the bloodiest days of World War I.
Finally, answers for the relatives of Jewish digger Beryl Mendelssohn. Their great-uncle went missing in the infamous 1960 Battle of Fromelles. His remains have now been identified among 75 fallen comrades.
I have mixed feelings about it. First of all, of course, it's wonderful that he has been traced and definitely identified. But on the other hand, of course, it's very sad that he was a young man, as many other young men were, who were killed in that and other campaigns during the First World War.
The breakthrough marks the end of a long and delicate search and recovery effort. It began with the discovery of 250 soldiers in a mass grave outside Fromelles in France 2 years ago. Last month, the soldiers except for one were reinterred in individual unmarked graves. Those who have been identified will now have their headstones inscribed and unveiled in a commemorative ceremony on July 16th. However, the Mendelssohn family and Jewish veteran groups have already expressed concerns regarding the order of the service after the recent reburial ceremony failed to include a Jewish chaplain.
They were part of the general community. They need to be recognised as such, and they need to be given special recognition in the fact that they were Jewish, and it was not just a Christian war. It was a war in which all Australians were involved.
The military's senior rabbi, Ralph Ganendi, is working with ADF to bring about a resolution. Chantal Abbott-Ball, JNTV.
There's mounting confidence that America-Israel relations are back on track. US Secretary of State Hillary Clinton is due to attend American Israel Lobby AIPAC's convention. It begins Sunday in Washington.
US President Barack Obama has downplayed tensions between America and Israel this week. The problems began when Israel's Interior Ministry announced approval for an expanded housing plan in East Jerusalem during last week's visit by the U.S. Vice President Joe Biden. That was followed by further condemnation from U.S. Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. Afterwards, Israel's ambassador to the U.S., Michael Oren, told Israeli diplomats that U.S.-Israel relations were at a 35-year low. Since then, he's backtracked, while Clinton has now also softened her stance. And even though President Obama said the building plan was not helpful for the peace process, he told reporters, "Friends are going to disagree sometimes." Clinton is scheduled to speak at the annual AIPAC conference in Washington, which starts this weekend. So is Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. Now, AIPAC is a powerful pro-Israel lobby group, and the U.S. is going to midterm elections this November. So really, it's in the interest of both parties to put a positive face on the state of relations between the two countries at the forum. Aaron Shapiro, JNTV.
With Pesach approaching, prices are plummeting. The cost of keeping kosher is actually lower than it was 12 months ago. The AJN found some average prices were 32% lower than last year, thanks mostly to a stronger Aussie dollar.
Last year it was around about 60-odd cents to the dollar, and at the moment it's around about 90 cents. So on all the imported goods, it obviously has a positive effect.
Bigger savings means there's more room in the budget to fill up the shopping basket. Okay, brilliant. Simon Cronenberg has spent a lifetime looking at art, and now he'll be the one viewers are coming to see at this year's Archibald Prize. The director of the Anna Schwartz Gallery is the subject of Adam Chang's painting, Two Eyes Closing to Open. It's among the 34 finalists vying for Australia's most prestigious portraiture prize.
The idea of the prize is that it has to be someone who's pretty well known in the arts in Australia, and it's nice to be recognised like that.
Though several well-known Jewish artists were among the 849 entrants, none made the final this year. Thanks for watching JNTV. Keep visiting our website for more news and updates on what's happening in your community.